Hello, mabuhay. It's Jose Respall here. Look, we're doing a video here with the Emelda and Joe. It's to do with a de facto application that we did last year sometime. So we'll discuss that. But before we do that, I just want to get into some background of what happened to Joe and Emelda when they first met. Joe, what happened to you guys? Or how did you first meet?
I was on holidays in the Philippines. I was in a place there called Taguig Market Shopping Centre.
Okay.
Shopping, saw a sign, massage is $5, so I walked in. My beautiful fiancée today, because of Jose, was there.
Yep.
She massaged me, my feet, my legs, and here we are today.
Well, look, this is what really happens, is you're looking for a genuine relationship, you're looking for someone who's compatible with you, and obviously Emelda and Joe have met each other, and they're very comfortable with each other. Look, Joe, we'll proceed. I'll just ask you a few more questions before we go to Emelda.
Anything.
Yep. What happened then? What happened after that?
After we met, I had to come back to Australia. I stayed in the Philippines for 10 days. Mm-hmm. We exchanged phone numbers, dinners. It was great.
Yep.
Great holiday. I couldn't ask much more than anything than Emelda in my life.
Yep.
I came back to Australia. We decided to go ahead and go to the next process within meeting and getting Emelda to Australia. So I didn't hear of Jose. I've never heard of Jose. So I asked a few friends for how do I do it. They said an immigration agent. So I seeked one which response documents was absolutely atrocious. I just couldn't get anything done. Okay. Anyway, so I proceeded further. Yeah. Found Jose. Yeah. And here we are today.
Let's just go back there. Now you're in the Philippines and you came across a travel agent. Can you just explain your experience there?
I went to a couple of travel agents because we were sort of looking into getting Emelda here, but it was just hopeless, absolutely hopeless. Mm-hmm. No communication, no customer service. All they wanted to do is, here, give me $4,000, we can do this. And I'm not that type of person where I want to see some documentation. How does this process work? They just said, no, just slap me $4,000, we'll do everything. You don't have to do nothing. And before you start throwing money away, you want to know what you're doing.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. And that's what we're trying to do with these videos, ladies and gentlemen, is to make sure you understand that when you're making an application or you're getting involved with an individual in the Philippines, you've got to make sure not to act in haste, because you're going to repent at leisure. You've got to slow things down. Now, you did find a migration agent and you used their services. What happened there, Joe?
We found a migration agent and we started doing the application with the fiancé visa, but due to past circumstances, I've found out that I needed so many documents which weren't in, which what the agent did. So
in other words, the agent's knowledge and experience was quite limited for the Philippines.
It was atrocious.
Okay.
It was absolutely. I couldn't recommend her.
Okay.
I couldn't recommend it, actually.
Okay. All right.
So I seeked further and found Respall, which actually dug all the information out and fixed up what she didn't do.
Let's look at what happened. You rang me. How did you find me in the first place?
I was just searching.
Right. Okay.
Looking for a better solution, because with this immigration agent there was no customer service, there was no repeater phone calls, emails, nothing.
Okay.
So all I wanted was a bit of communication and customer service.
Correct, correct. So we did the application and you came over to our office, and we identified quickly certain problems that you already had.
Certain documents.
Police clearances missing.
Yeah.
Issues about her children and documentation regimes that were not met in the Philippines.
Yes.
And I'd just like to do this at this point in time. There are certain requirements that we need, not just for the Department of Immigration, but other government departments in the Philippines, and that is the big stick. If we don't get that pointy part of the business organized very early, we're going to have a lot of strife in the application. Now, it was lodged by this other agent on September 10, 2012. We sort of got involved about November, sorted things out in a very difficult time of the year. It was busy. But we got a good result. We've got a visa grant. When was the visa grant provided? Can you still remember?
The 23rd of December.
So by getting involved at that stage, sorting things out that the department were looking for, we nailed it in like less than 3 months.
3 months.
Good.
What can I say?
Okay. But it was a mess. It was a mess.
Oh, I wouldn't have done it. Yeah. I wouldn't have got her here without Jose.
Okay, good.
Emelda wouldn't have come to Australia without Jose.
Beautiful.
I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, it was a mess, believe me. Now, Emelda, just a quick question. You were working with the staff in the Philippines. Can you tell the people out there who are looking at this video, what was your impression about the way we treated you and the service that we provided?
In the first place, Tagalog?
No, natural, yeah, magtagalog
Yeah.
Speak.
Nakita ko si Joe as he's interested na person. Then, sabi ko sa sarili ko, maybe he's my destiny. That's
Yung si Trini, ano nangyari sa, what was her service to you like? Yung binigay ni Trini sa
Ay, napakabuti talaga. Nung meet ko yung juicer Respall na staff sa Manila, Makati. Nakita ko na very responsibility na pag-treat ng mga clients.
Yes, yes. Yeah. We've got to be careful because the applicant is paramount in getting the documentation. So what we're trying to prevent is false and or misleading information to the department, because doing so can create us some problems with the application and huge delays. Also, while I'm here, I introduced Joe and Emelda to our system. We produce a folder, and in the folder we're very, very careful in doing the applications. We produce exhaustive checklists which apply to the particular client and their particular circumstance. We went through that, and that's how we're able to identify a lot of critical documents missing, etc. Once that's done, when the application has been approved and everything's done within the folder, your whole huge amount of material is burnt on these CDs, so the clients get these CDs, and that's the thing that you bring back to Australia. Other things that we try to do with the application is that we encourage our clients and the sponsors to promote our services to other people and try to spread the word and the news about how an application should be done without this massive emotional roller coaster ride that happens all the time, Joe.
Yes, that's true.
So with this application, generally, were you happy? Is there anything specific that you want to send a message to people who are watching this video at the moment?
How easy was it? Black and white, 1, 2 and 3. Do it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's the easy way to go about it. You want it done, you want the job done, use this way. I'm telling you. They'll all charge immigration agents, they won't get the job done.
Thank you very much. And that's what we're all about, systems and methodologies. We make sure we do things, that initial contact, those initial things are very critical. So if you want your application done, we did an application for Joe and Emelda here, and we encourage you to get in contact with us. Our information will be appearing on the screen now. My name was Jose Respall. Again, thank you for watching this video. I've had Emelda and Joe here. We're doing these videos so that you can see how critically important it is to get this application done and lodged properly initially. Emelda, Joe, thanks for taking the time to coming here.
Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. And I hope you enjoyed this video and hope to service your application in the very near future as well. Thank you very much. And mabuhay.
happy.
Happy.